Some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kick off and get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Moore will throw. Caught over the middle. It's Casper. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the 1st quarter with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the 1st quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Back to pass, it's Carr. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He'll try to take it back. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Price. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Great place to start for this offense. Going right to work up top. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Price. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Unloads to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have. But when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good.
There he goes. And some room to work. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these...
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Moore to the air. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite.
Snags it inside the 20. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Wants to throw again. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Price. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football.
He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Oregon. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you've got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Listen, you can't make every play, you can't cover everybody, but it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
Wants to throw, it's Carr. Makes the catch, it's Washington. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On fourth down, going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Turning it on. Delivers the stiff arm. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. One final play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man. in space and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is and get into the end zone.
They get the extra point on the... They're still down 35-7. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Looking for blockers. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Stewart. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Pauly. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Under fire. And now they lost the ball down here. And not much else could go wrong. A defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
It's a defense that plays with great effort. We saw it right there. Creating the fumble, jumping on the loose ball for a score. What a momentum-shifting play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing.
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Price. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Dropping back, it's Carr. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Breaks into the open on the left. Running through contact. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fields. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Moore will throw. Fires on the move. Finds a man by himself. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted deep in his own end.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success. But, man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Wants to throw again. Here's the pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He uncorks one deep. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Oh, they're after him. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
Looking to fire. Buys buys a little extra time. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escapes the pressure going right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Price. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the back. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. This offense has it with really good field position. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he makes the extra point. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws another interception. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He wants to go deep. Fakes the grab on the big throw. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
It's a big stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Gets rid of it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback
looking for a deep man. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Price. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here come the Irish back on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Back to pass, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jersey? Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though,
Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle.
Going for it all. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bryce. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Makes the grab.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the right. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. A serendipitous turn of events. Off the deflection, and they turn it into a 1st down.
And sometimes it's just going to be your day. And sometimes those bounces go your way. And he does right here. I mean, it's a nice job by the defense getting a hand on the football, but the ball bounces to the wide receiver. He makes the play and gets the 1st down.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Unloads to the wideout. This time he's got his man. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. It's complete.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Oregon! And they turn it into a defense